Okay, go down a second, boys and girls. With you shortly. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work. I really don't. So forgive me if it doesn't. But this is a test, a pure test to try and find a way that I can live stream somewhat tidy with MS Flight Sim 2020, and I want to do a live stream. So happy days. There we go. Right, so where are we? So we're at Bristol International Airport. We're in King Air 350. Oh, you may get some anomalies because this thing's fully loaded. I'm massively stress testing it, so expect things to go wrong, and hopefully right as well. But it is what it is. So we're in a black square King Air 350. We're at Bristol International Airport, and we're going to do a flight up to Edinburgh. It's live weather. This is currently 8th of November, about 8:30 in the evening. But the weather's live. Excuse me. But I made it daytime because it's a bit pants during the day. So it is what it is. So I just need to adjust my head view. There we go. It's a bit better. Right. So, and I got no mouse. Why have I got no mouse? Why have I got no mouse? So it could be. Give me a sec. I think it might be a mouse issue. So we might have brought ourselves an issue that is immediately gonna stop us streaming. I don't know. Let's get rid of that. Okay, hopefully we've got a mouse. Yes, we have. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we'll get rid of the yoke because we can. We'll bring up my little Sky for Sim. EFB. We'll talk about this a bit later. This is one of the best things I bought. To be fair, it's a really, really good little tool, and we'll be using this as we go through. So, happy days. We'll leave that there for a minute. Right, let's get some power. So we got some ground power available. So we'll stick the battery on. We'll go on to ground power. Fuel's okay. Yeah, we got enough. Let's have a look at our weight and balance anyway. So we'll put a bit more juice in just because we can, and this is one of the most important things. We need to make sure our centre of gravity is in the correct position. So happy days. I think that's all we need from there for the moment. So that's all good. So we've got plenty of juice. Happy days. We'll leave that there because I need to access some stuff. So ground power's on, so give me a second, just make sure I need to turn everything off, make sure everything's correct. So put the nav lights on, let everyone know we're here. Turn on the avionics, and we'll sort our flight plan out. It should be pretty straightforward and painless. So set the origin. In fact, I don't really need to do this because what I can do is I can go, these ones I created earlier. So here we go, Bristol to Edinburgh. So I can click that, activate it. Do I want to activate it? So I do. And bosh, there we go. So, and we can have a look at this. So you can see our route today. So we're going to depart Bristol to the Brecon VOR over Brecon in Wales, up through the spine of Wales there, across Liverpool, up to Carlisle, and then into Edinburgh. Okay. Good. So that's just our basic route. We don't know what runway or anything we're using yet, but I've got a pretty good idea. But one of the things we can do with our Sky4Sim app is I can bring up airports and then I can type in the ICAO code for any airport in the world, and it'll give me a synopsis of the weather. But this is the good stuff up here. So here we've got the METAR. So this was timed at 20 past 8. I'm guessing it's this time is going to be completely wrong. Actually, I got the time down here. Actually, 20:37. So that's a real time. But sim time is coming up to 10 to 1 in the afternoon. So it's generated by a computer. Winds 200 to 11 knots, 11 knots. But it's variable between 180 250. All the 9s. So we've got more greater than 10 kilometers visibility. Broken cloud at 2,000 feet. Temperatures 11. Dew points 8. So we're not going to expect any visibility issues with mist or fog, but that's backed up by all the 9s there. And the QNH is 996, which we can put in now. Okay, where are we? Just keep it going. I'm doing this on my hardware, so I've got to adjust the 996. That's giving us probably a little bit high actually. If we go back, it's probably closer to 995, but it says 996 on the but we'll see what the ATIS says in the sim in a second. Okay, we'll stop that whinging. We're going to go up to flight level 210 as our cruising level today, so we just might as well set that now, and that stops that whinging. So we just need to check the actual runway in use. So we'll go to the good old ATC, which being an air traffic array I absolutely hate, but it is what it is.
Bristol Airport information, Mike 1200 Zulu. Wind 201 at 11. Visibility 6. Sky condition 1,300 feet, scattered few clouds at 4,200 feet. Temperature 11. Dew point 10. QNH 29.41. ILS runway 27 in use. Landing and departing runway 27. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Mike.
Okay, yep.
Bristol
Now
Airport
go away.
Mike 1200 Zulu.
There we go. Okay. So yeah, winds 201 at 11 knots and runway 27. So that's happy days. Right, let's go through this. So make sure all of these are off, which they are. That's all good. So one of the things we do need to do is just set our cruising altitude. This is a right royal pain in the bottom, especially when you're in VR, but it is one of the most important things. What have we got here?
Orange 395 to 10 Delta 10, we are ready.
Orange 395, goedemorgen, Romeo de Weather, QNH 1000, contact 11705, bye-bye.
Met Romeo, QNH 1000, 11705, Orange 395, vrijdag, ciao.
Okay, that's 210 set. So now we can go back to our autopilot. I'll try and overcompensate by getting closer so you can see. Forgive the head shake, I need to dampen the headset down a bit, but hey ho. Right, cruising altitude 21,000, happy days. So now we need to set our departure. So go back to here, procedure, we depart. We want a Brecon 1 X-ray. No, we don't. Where's an Exmoor? Brecon 1 X-ray. There we go. So that's our departure route. Load that. Go back to here. And then we can see now when we're going to depart Bristol off to the west. And then just before we're at the coast, we're going to then head up towards Brecon, leaving controlled airspace, joining the airway, up north all the way, continuing on up to Edinburgh. Good. Let's bring that in a bit closer. There we go. Okay, that's that set. Perfect. Okay, so we've got lots of lights up. I'll just check, make sure everything's working, because this one does have failures. We can cheat a little bit actually, just see if we've got any active failures. Engine's at 99%, so I've been looking after the engines, so we'll just put that on standby so we don't irradiate the fella at the front. Excellent. Okay, let's just bring up our checklists. So keep telling me my mate Howard, checklist. Use the checklist, Howard.
Information is Sierra, the QNH 1001, hold position and 1
let's have a look, see what we got. Okay, documents are checked, parking brake is set, elevator trim 2 units up. 2 units up. Battery, all that good stuff.
Planning United 71 Heavy, Golf 6 Sierra ready.
That's okay, that's fine.
United 71, information Sierra, the QNH 1001. Hold position, contact ground control.
That's all good, everything's off there. That's all fine, that's fine. Battery, oxygen is full.
Contact ground for United 71 Heavy.
Oxygen is on and ready for use. Outside checks complete. Clearance, we're going to depart VFR, to be fair. We're not going to mess around with air traffic because it just talks to us too much. But doors are shut, packages are loaded, baggage is loaded, passengers are in. That's all done, we don't need to worry about that. Emergency location beacon is set over there. Fuel panel, that's all good. Crossfeed is all off. Auxiliary transfer switches are set to auto for both sides. That's good. Circuit breakers are all in, happy days. We'll just double check that. Yeah, they're all in. Standby instruments, okay, happy days. Battery, confirm that. Engine anti-ice. Temperature today, it's 10 degrees, so we're not going to need anti-ice to start. Landing gear is down and indicating down. We won't do any tests. External power, we'll start now. We'll go on to battery now actually. So we'll turn off the avionics, we'll turn off the ground power. So we're not going to start up with the avionics running because of the surge of power could damage our avionics. Battery is on, avionics, we'll leave that off. Power levers we just need to sync. So we got throttles, prop and fuel. There we go. Condition levers, that's all good. Master props, happy days. Beacons, we'll put the beacon on to let people know we're about to start the engine. And then we'll go for a start. So there's a few mods I've downloaded in myself actually as well. So you'll hear some extra sounds. So happy days. Okay, so parking brake is set. Clear all around. And listen to, oh, this is also running a extra sound mod. I bought some extra sounds for this. Can't remember where they're from now, but they're the well-known, recognised source where you join their Patreon and you can get everything. And these are superb sounds. So anyway, let's start this baby up. So here we go.
Clear.
Turning on 2. RPM 12%. Fuel. Low idle.
So fuel's on.
EGT rising.
EGT's
Check T's
going
and
up.
P's.
Temperatures and pressures, so we're going up. Everything's looking good there. Stable start, 50%.
Starter cutoff.
Starter cutoff. Good stable start. Okay, let's put on the generators. start number 1.
Turning on 1. RPM 12%, fuel, low idle. EGT rising, check T's and P's on 1.
T's and P's are good. Spike on the ITT, coming back down, lovely. 45% on the
50%,
RPM.
starter cutoff.
Starter cutoff. Stable start on 1. And away we go. So, generator on 1. It's coming in. Okay, we can bring on the inverters. Inverters are online. Prop feather. Don't need an anti-ice or anything at the moment. We'll have hot 6. So we've got pitos, stall warning, fuel vents, prop de-ice, and we'll put the window ice and window heating on. So that's all good. We'll go cabin auto, temperature is set there, so we'll bring on our packs, bring on the utils, and we'll give them some lights in the back, and we'll put our vent blowers on. We can bring our avionics online. Prop sync. Okay, so if we go back to our departure, first point is 268, so we'll set up our autopilot just in case we have to do an abort or we have an emergency. So we'll set up 268 for our course. In fact, we don't want that at all.
Goedemorgen, KLM 2-band Quebec, Alpha 64 ready.
Geen moment. KLM 2-band Quebec,
We
goeiedag.
want 266.
Opera 7050, KLM 2-band Quebec.
And we'll set our heading out to the west just in case we have an autopilot failure and we have to fly manually. And now I've just also synced up the autopilot to read from the GTN 750. That's happy days. Okay, let's go back to our checks.
Planner, goedemorgen, KLM 44 kilo at Golf 2, you're ready.
KLM 44 kilo, goedemorgen.
Probably talking to myself, the feed's probably crashed, but I might have a look in a minute before we do anything. Transponder set, we'll leave that on standby, I was talking 7000. Master panel comfort switches, lights, all that good stuff. Right, let's have some lights. This thing is an absolute dream at night. We don't need overheads, we'll have a little bit of that because we can. No smoking in the back, please.
KLM 1473, goeiedag. Information is Tango, QNH 1001, hold position and 100.705, next to 10.
11705, KLM 1473.
We've got a tiny bit of charge, so we're good there. That's happy days. Good. Right, we are pretty much ready. We'll just bring that back to low idle. I need to bring on my boost trim, rudder trim and all that good stuff. That's happy days. The autopilot is set for departure. VNAV and our climb. Climb to confirm was 210, 210. In fact, what we'll do is we'll stick that to 6000 on departure. Here we go. Right, I'm just going to check the live feed, just make sure I'm not speaking to myself and there's not been a failure. So, excusez-moi.
77 Hotel, request of ready.
KLM 77 Hotel, goedemorgen. Information uniform, the QNH 1001. Hold position, contact ground control 11705 to 10.
1001 and 11775. Please get 77 hotel.
Okay, if you're watching this, you know that the live stream is working correctly, so that's good. ATC clearances, yeah, well, we get a clearance.
Bristol clearance delivery Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November November Echo IFR, to Edinburgh, ready to copy.
No, it's going to be an IFR.
Beechcraft Golf Bravo November November Echo is cleared to Edinburgh Airport as filed. Takeoff runway.
Caleb 1555 Alpha 8 is clear for bridge.
Okay, 1555, goedendag. Helaas, update your TUVT, then give me a call. There's no delay at all, just update your TUVT.
Go will
Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November November Echo, cleared to Edinburgh Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 27 climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 118.775 squawk 627
Caleb 555, go ahead.
Okay, so we set the transponder to 6273. We put it on, we'll put it onto mode Charlie when we get on the runway. And we're on 7,000 for our climb. Technically it's flight level 70 because the transition is 6,500. So that's all good, that's all good. Before takeoff, we won't worry about that in a sec. But that's fine, we'll do all that down at the holding point. So we're good to push back. Just need to just double check all this good stuff. Fine. Okay, so we'll get the little man out there to push us back. Wouldn't do this normally with the engines running, but that's the way it is. Okay, get pushed back.
Bristol Bravo Foxtrot, contact departure. Bravo November November Echo, requesting pushback.
Beechcraft Golf Bravo November November Echo pushback request accepted.
It's quite impressive at night when you do this because the whole thing lights up when that beacon gets in the cockpit. It's pretty impressive. Right, so we'll leave that there. We'll get rid of the bezel. He normally walks around straight into the prop. We'll have a look and see what he does. Oh, we're going straight in, so we can release the brakes.
Tower, hello, Etihad 74 with you on Alpha.
Etihad 74, Tower, hello, line up runway 28.
Line up and wait, runway 28, Etihad 74.
We'll get a little bit of right turn here in a minute, just we'll get him to swing us round to our left so we can get a better run in onto the taxiway.
Bristol Ground Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November November Echo, requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft.
Etihad 74, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, Etihad 74.
Wrong way! Wrong
Etihad
way!
74, wind calm, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Wrong way!
Takeoff, runway
The wrong way, Mr. Man!
74, thank you.
Perhaps we go around, back the other way. It's only a little airplane.
Etihad 74 rolling.
Etihad 74.
Ah, do us.
Bristol Ground Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November November Echo, requesting the end of pushback.
Beechcraft Golf Bravo November November Echo request to end pushback received.
Thank you.
Bristol Ground Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November November Echo.
Etihad 74, contact departure, bye.
Contact departure, Etihad 74, bye-bye.
Beechcraft Golf Bravo November November Echo taxi 2 and hold short of runway 27 via taxiway Juliet. Contact tower on 133.85 when ready.
Okay, so we'll just wait for that man to ride his little buggy straight into me wing. Is he going to turn? He's not, is he? He's just going to go straight back. No. Okay, let's go.
Moonraker 7, 8, 9 or 6, Zurich Tower.
Taxi
Hello,
lights
are you ready when
on.
reaching?
Hey, folks, ready when reaching. Moonraker 7, 8, 9.
If you hear some vibrating, that's my jet seat.
Line up runway
So
16,
that's
via intersection Echo 2.
oh, sorry, lady.
Taxiing hold short runway 27 using taxiway Juliet Beechcraft, November November Echo.
Helvetic 103, connect apron, 1.855.
1.855.
I just need to adjust my view. Apologies. It's better. Okay, so prop levers. Okay, that's all good. Fuel quantity check. Flight instruments are checked. That's all good. Yeah, okay, yeah, happy days. We'll have some auto igniters. Auto ignitions on. Anti-ice is all set. Propeller levers. Alright, we're good there.
Helvetic 103 on Juliet
Okay,
cross
there we
runway
go.
28, contact apron,
Just
Monta
make sure there's nothing
1.755.
about.
Customer 28 on Juliet.
From the wind. So a little bit of a crosswind.
Bristol Tower Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November November Echo, at runway 27 ready for departure IFR to Edinburgh.
Beechcraft Golf Bravo November November Echo QNH 29er decimal for 1 wind 201 at 11.
29 what,
Clear
love?
for takeoff runway 27.
Okay. Okay, what we're going to have to do... Yeah, we'll have to go to inches, which is not correct for the UK, but it's anyway we're going to get correct pressure
Moonraker
settings.
7, 8,
So that's
9
good.
6, wind 300 degrees, 2 knots, runway 16, clear for takeoff.
Okay.
Bravo November
Takeoff
November
runway
Echo.
16.
Landing lights on, strobes on.
Just confirm it's runway 16.
I send runway
Transponder onto Charlie.
Moonraker 7, 8, 9 or 6, contact departure, bye-bye.
Departure, thanks, good day, sir, Moonraker 7896.
Okay, quick double check. That's yeah, that's all good, that's all good, that's all good. Air on, that's all good, that's on. Cabin set, that's all on. Autopilot set. Okay, here we go. That's the power. Wait for the props. There they go. Up on the governors. We can clear that. Okay, advance the power. Making sure that we stay within limits on torque, ATT,
Wind 310 degrees, 5 knots, runway 14,
RPM,
clear to land.
and away we go.
Runway 14.
Watching for the crosswind. Checking the airspeed. .100 knots. There we go. And bring up the nose. 15 degrees on the climb. Bit of a crosswind now.
Lufthansa 2 Alpha Romeo, connect apron, Monta 1.855, dislodge.
Gear up.
Landing gear selected up. Gear up. Lights out. Landing and taxi lights confirm off.
Landing taxi lights off.
Beechcraft November November
Autopilot
Echo
going on.
Autopilot engaged.
on 118.775. Good day.
118.775 for Beechcraft,
Okay,
November November
autopilot's
Echo.
engaged. We'll just check our climb on the RPM.
So
The
before
power.
Quebec Tower on taxiway Julia cross runway 28.
Should be looking
contact
about
apron,
160 in the climb. Just confirm that we're
On taxi Juliet across runway 28 and contact
yeah, we're all established. Everything is good. We've got 2.7 miles to our next turn. Our ground speed is 140 knots, and we've got 160 indicated, which is what we're looking for. That's good.
Delta connect apron.
Manchester Center Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November November Echo is at 3,400 feet, climbing 7,000 feet.
bonjour, climb level 190.
Beechcraft Golf.
Climb level 190, 550 Hotel.
QNH 29 decimal for 4 continue as planned.
Okay, it's 2944 now.
You are 3 miles northeast. Climb and maintain 7,500 feet. Expect vectors. Visual runway 22.
7,500 feet.
Traffic level 310,
There we go.
209.
No, that's not. That's for that one. We still need
Climb and
6.
maintain 7,500 feet. Expect vectors. Visual runway 22 approach Diamond Foxtrot
Okay,
Yankee
there's
Whiskey.
our attitude warning.
So 5 Echo Delta proceed direct.
There's Western Superman Breen down there. And we're going to turn right at about 2 miles.
Copy, direct Bravo Tango Zulu, contact 5 Echo Delta, maintaining flight level 330.
Just coming out low enough to 6,000. 50 quid says that we'll get a further climb shortly. We just need to watch our speed. Okay, RPMs, T's and P's are good. There we go, there's our turn. Up towards Brecon. There's Wales over there, you've got Cardiff just off to the left. Newport ahead.
Bonjour, Ryanair 11 Alpha Papa 360 to...
Manchester Center Shamrock 179er is at 7,400 feet.
Ryanair 11 Alpha Papa, bonjour,
Shamrock 179er Manchester Center QNH 29er decimal 44. Continue to Talga as planned.
Pretty sure I missed the climb.
UT3 Bravo Mike, contact 133680, au revoir. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
133680, au revoir.
Here we go.
Expedite your climb 7,000 feet.
Okay. We did get a climb. Happy days.
Autopilot rate climb mode.
Ryanair Uniform Papa, ready to check.
Ryanair Uniform Papa, radio 5.
I haven't got the sound levels right, so the background ATC is just like way too loud, so I missed that. Minor problem.
125.855 for generic Sierra Kilo Tango.
The only thing we need to bear in mind now is that because we're using default ATC, transition level's 18,000, so
Tomjet 1 Heavy is passing flight level 385.
we're not going to switch to standard atmospheric pressure 1013 or 2992 until we get to 18,000.
EG 6040, direct Manac.
Manac 3640 there.
Someone up there going somewhere warm. It's also live traffic, so any traffic that you see is going to be, or external traffic is going to be live, but about 3 minutes delay.
Tunnel 209, climb flight level 330.
Easy 85 contact.
Traffic level 330, Tunnel 209.
55. Good day.
So we've got Newport down there. I think that's Newport. We'll soon find out because we can put this into map view and go to there.
125.855 for easy 85.
Yeah, we've got Newport just off to the right there. It's Cardiff down there. One of the things we forgot to do was turn on our weather radar. There's a little bit of cloud around here. This is also showing us clouds. So there's Brecon, which is where we're aiming for, and then we're going to go north.
Ryanair 8 Uniform Papa, can you take in the frequency for us?
Uniform Papa, 132190.
132190, thank you Ryanair 8 Uniform Papa.
I'm not sure this knows exactly, to be fair, that we want to go up to 210, so because the sim doesn't know excuse me, doesn't know our limit, so let's go up to there.
Manchester Center Beechcraft November November Echo.
Bonjour,
Request
271, flight level 370.
Select 271, bonjour, direct to Limoges.
Direct Limoges, merci, 771.
Beechcraft November Bravo Mike contact approach on 120.835. Good day.
Autopilot rate climb mode.
Is at flight level 205, descending 14,000 feet. Easy 81 Manchester Center, continue to Exmouth as planned. 120.835 for Beechcraft November Bravo Mike.
Ligne 87
Climb and
Alpha
maintain
Bravo,
14,000
contact
feet. Expect
127.860,
17,000 feet.
goodbye.
Beechcraft November.
127.860, Wally, Alpha Bravo, goodbye.
Yeah, bring the props back a bit to about 1600 RPM. Just make it a little bit quieter in the back. Keep an eye on everything.
Easy 34 traffic is 10 o'clock for miles at flight level 200 Airbus. Report them in sight. Easy 81 traffic
So what
is
are we
1 o'clock 3
passing?
miles at
10,000.
flight level 200
So
Airbus.
up to
Easy 34 contact London Center on 118.475. Good day.
we can climb up to 260.
Easy 81 have the traffic.
Ryanair 9, contact 135, 115, au revoir.
135, 115, Ryanair 9, over.
475 for Easy 34.
Need to keep on our ITT. We don't really want to go past that red line, or else the engines are melt. So 700 degrees is good. 90% on the torque. Prop RPM's okay, and the engine torque's about 9%. So the engines are not operating the max, so they're alright. We can now turn off our auto ignition. In fact, we'll do our cruise checks, although we're still climbing. Taxi lights off, flaps are up anyway, landing gear, because we don't need flaps for takeoff on this. Yaw damper is engaged. Anti-ice is as required. Cabin pressurization is pressurizing.
Condor 8 X Delta 134.765, au revoir.
And we're good in the climb.
Climbing level 340 and 135, 240, tuner 209, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So approaching 14,000. So we've got a right turn coming up to head north. This thing sounds absolutely wonderful. It really does. Everything's good at that.
Heading 181 from 1 minute from bonjour, descent flight level
Right turn
300 to reach in Trinidad, please.
About 1.7 miles.
Beechcraft November Echo climb and maintain 17,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Beechcraft November Echo.
Autopilot rate climb mode.
When we get to 17, we'll ask for a further climb up to 210.
Finnair 209, bonjour. Climb flight level 370.
Continue climb level 370 to 209.
If anyone is looking at this and are wondering whether they should buy this airplane, don't wonder, don't think, or the mod for this aircraft. Don't, just do it. Just do it. Because it's superb. So you can see there's, hopefully you can see we've got an aircraft going like same track as us, but then over there's one going perpendicular. Where those would cross, so where these guys would cross, this is where Brecon, this is where the navigation point that we're going to
Good
is
evening,
located.
015 heavy 11340 goes to Makal.
Good evening, 015, unidentified.
So we're level off at 17. So we'll see if we can get another 3,000.
Manchester Center, Beechcraft November Echo. Request 14,000 feet.
No, I didn't want that. I wanted.
Beechcraft November November Echo descend and maintain 14,000 feet.
I hate this.
Descend and maintain 14,000 feet. Beechcraft November November Echo.
It's rushing it.
56 kilo Victor, contact 134.7, goodbye. 134.7, bye-bye, 60 kilo Victor.
Generic Golf Romeo X-ray Kilo X-ray Manchester Center QNH 29er decimal tree 2 continue as planned.
Manchester Center, Beechcraft November November Echo. Request flight level 180.
Beechcraft November November Echo climb and maintain flight level
Travel 6 November Romeo, understood you are requested flight level 400.
Autopilot rate climb mode.
Travel 6 Romeo November.
traffic is 3
Travel 6 Romeo November, roger, flight level 400. I am flight level 400, sky travel 4 Romeo November.
Generic Mike Delta Mike traffic is 2 o'clock for miles at 6,100 feet generic. Report them in sight.
So when we get to 18, we'll get another 2,000 feet out of air traffic, and we'll get up to our cruising level. And then we'll have a look at a few functions of this
Left heading 2900
Sky for Sim, EFB, the aircraft.
Turning left heading 2900,
And then we need to start thinking about what's going to happen when we get at the other end. Right, so we want to go up.
Diamond Uniform Sierra Yankee traffic is 11 o'clock for miles at 4,300 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Yes, for
Climb
Canada
and maintain
57,
flight level 180 Beechcraft November November Echo.
Canada
Right, so
57
we get
clear.
to 3,000.
Diamond
Here,
Uniform
and
Sierra
that's
Yankee
approved for
traffic is
Canada 57, thank you.
Diamond Foxtrot Yankee Whiskey Airport is at your 12 o'clock 12 miles. Descend and maintain 2,300 feet. Report runway in sight. Generic Kilo Tango Golf traffic is 8 o'clock for miles at 4,400 feet. Diamond CA40. Report them in sight.
Manchester Center, Beechcraft November November Echo. Request flight level 210.
Beechcraft November November Echo climb and maintain
Good evening,
flight
Elal
level
015 Heavy, August 7340.
Autopilot rate climb mode.
Hello, Elal 015 Decorator, radar point good to Makar. Checking the waypoint? Direct Mike Alpha Kilo Alpha Lima Makar. Direct Makar, Elal 015, thank you.
Diamond Foxtrot Yankee Whiskey. 133.15 for generic X-ray Kilo X-ray.
Right, it climbs a bit high to be fair for where we are, but it is what it is. At least we get out there quick. This is not a finesse, this is a test flight.
Manchester Center, generic Golf Romeo X-ray Kilo X-ray, 2,300 feet.
Good day, first 3113, flight level 400.
X-ray Manchester Center QNH,
Leading at the
Standard
3113,
now.
further radar contact direct to Nautics. To Nautics, use that 3113.
generic Mike November Whiskey contact approach on 119.65. Good day. Generic Kilo Tango Golf traffic is 10 o'clock for miles at 3,000 feet generic. Report them in sight.
So we're just having off at 210.
119.
Interested in our RPM and our ITT and our torque.
550, bye-bye.
133.550,
Generic Kilo Tango Golf traffic in sight.
Good evening, Elal.
You'll notice as well that the engines are it's vibrating. That's not my head. That's actually the aircraft vibrating.
Echo, did you copy?
No, I didn't. I was talking.
Descend and maintain flight level 210 Beechcraft November November Echo.
We are, love. Yeah, the aircraft's vibrating just through the fact that we got those big spinny roundy things on each end, and I'm feeling that through my seat. So
Turkish 4 Lima Echo descent point level 310, clear 3 legs 1 now for arrival.
okay, let's just go into our cruise checklist for a sec. Cabin pressurization is okay, anti-ice is set as required, engine auto ignition we've turned off, cabin signs, yeah, they're not smoking, and happy days.
For Canada 57.
Let's go back to, let's have a look at some features of this fella. So if we go to the map, so there's different versions of the map that we can bring up. You know, which these are totally configurable, or out of there's about half a dozen that you can choose. But you can decide which, if you want to narrow down like the types of map to maybe one or two, you can in the settings. I'll show you that in a sec. At the moment it's just picking up our aircraft position. We can get rid of that so you don't know where you are, and then you could like use these VORs to try and plot your position. But one of the other things that we can do is, even though we've not loaded a flight plan in the sim because we're using it off the GTN 750, but this will read it. Normally has a bit of a funny 5 minutes. And now it's got our route. So we've got distances, bearings, and all that good stuff. And I've just moved that. So, it's on. We want to make sure we're going to the right place. Yeah, we're going to Niton. You've got to go careful because you can move these. So, yeah, we're in there. Going to Niton. So, that might have just changed our track a little bit. But happy days. So make sure I don't move it. But you can move these, and it'll, you know, as required. That's pretty good. You can also put this, like, change it to a much darker map, so that if you're flying at night, for example, well, in fact this is quite low, so increase it up to 50.
United 955,
use the back button, and it'll take us back to there. So
122380, United 955.
what else we got? Airports. I showed you this information, so you can dial in anything. So let's dial in our destination. So we'll clear that. EGPH. Enter. General synopsis. Information with regards to the airport. Its altitude, or its elevation, I should say. That should be elevation. That means sea level. Frequencies. Runways. So we got the headings and everything else, all that good stuff. We've got frequencies for all the various units, ATIS, air traffic, happy days, ILS for each runway. So we got the designator, again, heading, frequency for the ILS, all that good stuff. And then this is what we're interested in right now. This is real weather. This is actually picking it up from a real aviation source. But we got real weather, so it's going to be pretty much the same. So what have we got? We've got 220 at 9 knots. Cover case, there's not a lot of cloud around. 8 degrees, 5 degrees on the dew point, and 984 for the QNH. Happy days. Which we've got here. We should get that. There we go. 2906 for the inches, which is useful for us because we'll have to set that on here because we're not running on hectopascals on this sim at the moment, which is the most annoying part.
Good morning, Emirates 224, meeting flight number 350, of course, direct position arch-up.
Break Emirates 232, qualified level 390.
Just make sure we're going the right way. Good. yeah, so what we need to think about now is what the wind is and what approach we're going to do, because we can't rely on this lady to get us to do what we want to do. So we're going to have a look at that in a sec. So you'll have to excuse me, you might just have to look at the roof for a minute while I want to check the feed, and I just need a quick wet my lips. Give me a sec.
Emirates 224, good morning, contact.
We're back in the room. So stream's still going. I don't know what the quality's like. This is it's probably not going to be great, because what you're looking at is actually my left eye. So yeah, so you're 2K and just my left eye, so that's massively reduced. But just to see what it's actually like. So let's have a look, see what our options are then for our arrival. This can load our flight plan. Let's just move this out of the way. So we'll load our flight plan. Gosh. Right, so we're going into
level 310, clear 3.
Right, so that takes us up to here, wherever that is. I ain't got a clue where I don't know Scotland that well, though I've been there quite a bit. It is Edinburgh. So the wind's coming, what have we got? 220. So the wind's sort of like coming from the southwest. So this is going to be great to put us in on the southwesterly runway. So we'll be coming in on runway 24. It's pretty bang on, to be fair. So what we need to look at are options that are going to take us. Technically we're flying IFR, instrument flight rules, so we can't just wing it and make our own way there. But we're going to use what we can. So what have we got here? So where are we going from? So from Init is our last point. So we've got an Init 1 Echo, which is okay, that'll get us part of the way. But I'll tell you what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we are going to do
Emirates 76 Foxtrot, change to anchor 133550. Bye bye.
33550, Emirates 76 Fox, thank you, good day.
We're going to do this one. So we're going to bring up some names on that. An Init 1 Echo, and then we're going to do an NDB approach, an NDB ILS. For runway 24. So what we can do is, I hope you can see this. Let me bring it a bit closer. Right, no wonder you can't see it, because I spelled it wrong. There we go. That's the agent. EGPH.
Emirates 26, remain on my frequency for a few more minutes.
Bring up that. Okay, we don't want that, we want the approaches. So we want 24 NDB ILS 24. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get rid of that. We'll pin that. So there's the ILS for runway 24. So what we're going to do is we're going to establish on a 12 DME, 12 nautical miles arc, 12 DME arc from the, where is it, the India Tango Hotel, okay, which is this fella here. So, how can we do that? Right,
we
so,
can check the arc at flight level 350, Still dissimulate 4.
Qatari 55 Mike Zoo, report Mach number 2, next sector 133550. Bye bye.
So
133550, Qatari 55 Mike 0, delay.
125.225 for generic Zulu Quebec Tango.
we've got an init 1 echo, which is going to take us to there.
Emirates 26
There's no transition,
133550. Bye bye.
so that's going to take us to that point. So we can load that,
Airbus Echo Uniform Alpha traffic is 12 o'clock 3
and then
at 6,500 feet generic.
I've
Report
got
them in sight.
a little
Airbus Echo Uniform Alpha traffic in sight.
I activated that.
Radar, good evening, Virgin 300 Kilo, flight level 350, direct Virgin.
Virgin 300 Kilo, hello, Sophia identified.
NDB24, which is
is passing 5,500 feet.
not really what we want, to be fair. So we don't want that. So we'll leave that at that.
Speedbird 157, anchor 133550. Bye bye.
133550.
No, I don't want to activate that leg. What I need to do is I need to add a point, but for some reason it's not letting me do it.
Hello, EVA 068, level 310.
Alright.
EVA 068, hello, identified.
Before we go any further, I just need to make sure we're going the right way, which we are. Right, flight plan. Taran. I don't want to activate it. I need to add a bit in.
129.73 generic Yankee Delta Mike.
That's weird.
EVA 68, request time, flight level 330.
4 miles at
EVA 068, square factor 330.
Thanks for leaving, flight level 310, climbing 330, EVA 068.
KLM 25 traffic is 3 o'clock 3
Won't let me
miles
put in a
at flight level
point.
3 for 0 Boeing. Report them in sight.
Okay.
KLM 25 have the Boeing in sight.
Yeah, good evening, Thomas Cook 431, flight level 340, approaching Sutton.
Thomas Cook 431, hello, air contact.
Right, what we want is this bit round here, which it's not letting me put in.
You ready for Sky Travel 6
Some
Romeo?
Skytravel 6 November Romeo.
Yes sir, we start picking up continuous light turbulence. We were wondering if flight level 400 would be better.
HD 3113, I need to rule and set 400.
Okay, or what we could do is
7,500
Copy.
feet generic.
Skytravel 6 November Romeo, no to rule and set
it's not even letting me delete it.
410. It could be available if you wish in few minutes.
So it's both 400?
Affirm traffic above you.
Oh wonderful, yeah, we'll put a request for flight level 400.
Generic Hotel Lima, Quebec have the
Stand by.
traffic.
There's something really weird going on here.
Good morning, Streamers 105.
I think we might have to wing this.
Speedbird 105,
Because this is a streaming test, not a navigation, so So we're going towards Croft, Happy. Let's remove that arrival. Right, and what we'll do is alright, here we go. So
6 November Romeo, direct pull up.
Right, we're going to put in Tala, import after, which is Tala Tango Lima Alpha. Okay, we want that one. Okay, then after Tala, hang on, go back. After Tala, we want India Tango Hotel 01.
HP 311, direct Natex.
Good. And we want India Tango Hotel 02. These are points that I've created. India Tango Hotel 02. India Tango Hotel 02. Why is that not taking it? 02. There we go. India Tango Hotel 03.
400 will be available in 2 up to 3 minutes.
India Tango Hotel 04. Enter. Go back. Review our route now. And what you should see now is I've just programmed in this route here. Okay, this is our DME arc from here. Okay, and this is going to make us fly this route. And this is done because I pre-programmed these routes here. These points that I've just put in are basically these. I pre-programmed those because they're a known position because of their distance and angle. So I've done all that. So happy days. Right, that was a bit of a sweaty job, but at least we're good now. So where are we? We are east of Preston. Hello Preston. I can't do any Preston impressions. So what we got? Preston, no, we've passed over Manchester down there. Someone over there going somewhere warm or cold by the looks of it. Good, good, good. So a little bit of weather up there, nothing on the weather radar. So we're going over the Yorkshire Dales. Leads off over to the east. Happy days. Check all our T's and P's are all good, which they are, because we got so sucked into that we can miss this, and then we're gonna, it'll all go wrong. I've just put a little chew in my mouth, so apologies if you can hear me going. Apologies. Right, once we get, you can see where we are, we're sort of like way past halfway, but when we sort of get over sort of, where's Carlisle, up here somewhere, then what we'll do is on this leg, we're probably sort of somewhere about here. Where's that? Yeah, over the Lake District. We'll do a descent because I don't want to push it. So we just sit back now and enjoy the view. I love this airplane. I absolutely love it.
Good morning, Turkish 3 Sierra November, maintain level 350.
Turkish 3 Sierra November identified.
Right, the other thing that we need to think about is where we're going to park.
Thanks for leaving Shamrock Avon, we Alpha, standing flight level 250, Suffolk.
Turbulence there in the turn. The left hand turn coming up, that's checked. Should have been watching all this, make sure I don't. Could have been taking this anywhere. Right, what do we want? I don't want that one. Don't want that one. Well, that one. And we'll pin that down there. I always like to put this actually onto night time. I think it's easier to see. So we're coming on runway 24. We'll vacate at the end somewhere. I want to either taxiway Bravo or Alpha, and then we'll just try and find somewhere to park. This aerodrome is stunning at night.
Ukraine International 232, good morning, at clock 1171, confirm flight level.
1171, level 350 CPL. Maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.775 squawk 7357. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Your clearance is void in 30 minutes, mate. I'll get a move on if I were you. Right, what else can we do? Right, prior preparation, airports, runway 24 ILS. The heading is 239. So what we can do for our course selector, or correction, for our localizer is 239. Good, so we won't touch that. The ILS frequency is 108.9, so we can tune that. 108.9. We'll load that, cop that one up ready, because we don't want to have to mess about too much. That's good. Just check the weather again. So yeah, still pretty much the same.
Morning, Shamrock 76, Hotel Juliet, climbing 90 inbound as well.
One of the other things that's like on this Sky for Sim pad is that you probably noticed earlier that I wrote down the wind. So like for example, you know, 20111 knots, runway 27. If like we were given a squawk 6273. So again, if you couldn't remember it, you can just write down 6273. You know, happy days. You know. And then if you want to get rid of it, and then you can draw wherever you like. Or if you want to type, sorry, just go back. You got a notepad, you know, and you can type if you want. You got like Muse with regards to Sky for Sim. Like say if you want to put in a flight plan, or like with my combat squadron we do dead reckoning navigation, so we've got, for example, you know, headings to fly, times, you know, and everything else. So if you want to, just make sure it's not for me. Yeah, you've got it all there, and you've got a stopwatch, you know, so you can time your legs, all that good stuff. Yeah, you can bring stuff in, export it, whatever you want. Logbook, so you can see all your flights here that you know, it'll log everything that you've done. Obviously reads it from the simulator. PDF reader, so you've got like, I've got like these checklists for the King Air. You can put in whatever you like. Absolutely, put a book in there if you want it and you read it. But it's whatever it is.
Okay, just confirm direct Amber 32456. Correct. Roger, thanks.
Manchester Center, generic golf, Charlie Papa Victor Tango, 4000.
Oh, shut up.
Generic golf, Charlie Papa Victor Tango, Manchester Center, QNH, 29.18, continue.
This is like £14. This thing is like best 14 quid you could ever spend, really, to be fair. Yeah, really good little tool. Right, I think we got Carlisle. There's Carlisle. So we got 66 miles on that leg. One of the things that we can do, you can see this was our original route, right? But we know we put that little dog leg in to do this DME arc. So what we can do now is we can go back in and you watch the sim crash. And now it's put in, it's read those points, and then there's our DME arc to a point, and then this is going to line us up for the ILS. So we're doing a DME, so we're using the DME at Edinburgh, and then that's going to get us into a position via this arc to line us up on the, you know, probably about, I don't know, 9 miles, and then we'll switch to the ILS. Hashtag happy days.
Alex 94, flight level 380, direct to...
So where are we now? We're over Yorkshire Dales or Lake District? Yorkshire Dales. Let's see if we can get a descent. Yeah, if we go down to 10, that'd be 11, it's a bit too much. We'll go for about 7. Gives us a bit of a heads up on our descent as well.
Channel 94 Golf Romeo, we do flight level 380.
14 is perfect.
In bed.
Request 14.
Channel 94 Golf Romeo, good morning, proceed to GDC.
Yeah, correction, QEDC, Channel 94 Golf Romeo.
Manchester Center, generic golf, Victor Tango Zulu Zulu, 600 feet. Generic golf, Victor Tango Zulu
Autopilot
Zulu,
flight level change mode.
29.18, continue.
Autopilot flight level change mode.
Descend and maintain 14,000 feet. Beechcraft, November, November Echo.
Autopilot flight level change mode. Autopilot vertical speed mode. Autopilot vertical speed mode.
Generic Tango Zulu Zulu contact. Please approach on 125.38. Good day.
No, we're all good there.
Beechcraft, November, November Echo. Please expedite your descent 14,000 feet.
Yes. So this is where we need to watch our speed now. We're 1,500 feet in descent, so we're okay at the moment. Cabin pressure will leave as it is for a minute. Oh, a bit sunny there.
Manchester Center, generic golf hotel.
Oh, we need to pick that up a little bit, to be honest.
100 feet. KLM for Niner contact. Scottish Center on 119.875. Good day. Generic golf hotel Quebec Romeo Echo Manchester Center QNH 29.17. Continue as planned. Going to 119.875 KLM for Niner. Beechcraft Victor Whiskey Bravo contact approach on 129.73. Good day.
Right, getting there. So what have we got? That leg's 50 miles, so we got 50... Oh, we got a little ways to go yet. We got loads of time.
Generic Quebec Romeo Echo contact. T-side approach approach on 128.855. Good day.
Loads of time.
for generic Quebec Romeo Echo.
Right, we just need to think about pressure. If we go to weather, which is different weather to this airport weather, it's telling us that the like exactly where we are now. It'll give us the wind exactly where we are. I mean, where we are at the moment, we got a 44 knot crosswind actually, which is why we're sort of like our aircraft's cocked a little bit over to the left. But the pressure here is 29.16, so we're below 18, so 29.16, so we can start to wind that back. It's not correct, it's not going to be correct, but in fact the only thing we could do, because we've not got any proper 2906, so 2916 is not going to be, what did we say, 14, wrong one, wrong button Richard, 2906. It's going to go mad in a minute because we're winding off the pressure.
Beechcraft November Echo, you are 69er miles south. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect ILS runway 24 approach.
Not above 210, roger ma'am.
Clear to Tango Lima Alpha. Beechcraft November Echo descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect ILS runway 24 approach via Tango
Autopilot
Lima
flight
Alpha
level change
transition.
mode.
Cleared to Tango Lima Alpha Beechcraft November Echo.
So we're going to have to watch our speed now.
Manchester Center, Logan 59er, 17,000 feet. Logan 59er, Manchester Center, QNH 29er.
We got loads of time.
Continue to Delta
Oops,
Charlie
speed's
Sierra
coming up.
as planned.
Apologies, lady. Bring our props back. Help slow us down a little bit. Rest our descent. So what we can do is go to vertical speed when I can feel the right button because I'm in VR.
Autopilot vertical speed mode.
November Echo contact. Scottish Center.
Autopilot vertical speed mode.
875. Good day.
119.875 for Beechcraft November Echo.
We've got loads of time, we don't need to rush the descent. We're only going down another couple of thousand, so that'll help with our speed. This contact Scottish Centre.
Beechcraft Golf Bravo November Echo is at 10,500
Here we go, not above 210, and we're at 210.
Beechcraft Golf Bravo.
Should give us a
November
QNH.
Echo, Scottish Center, QNH
2915.
Continue to Tango Lima Alpha as planned.
29.15 set ma'am. Speed to below 210. Beautiful.
Scottish Center Easy 89er is at flight level 385. Descending
So
flight level
we're going to Talat
290.
and then we're going to hang a right
Easy 89er
on this
Scottish
track
Center.
here.
Continue to act as planned.
So one of the things that we can do is if we got Talat frequency 113.8, so that's a VOR. So on our nav 2 we can set 113.8. And we can send that up. There we go. So we've got 28 miles to run to Tala, which, to be fair, we can see here it's 27.9, 27.7, so it's tracking it. Leveling off at 8, we're passing 8,800. It's all going to happen pretty quick now. So one of the things we need to do is get back onto our descent checklists. So descent, approach speeds confirmed, happy days, pressurization. So we want to go down now to, we'll set this down to 1,000, 500 feet I should say.
Beechcraft November Echo descend and maintain 7,000 feet.
So we got 7,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Beechcraft November Echo.
KLM 12903, you are 3 miles southeast. Climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
Autopilot
Speed
flight
not
level
above
change mode.
210 knots. Expect ILS runway 24 approach. The Tango Lima Alpha transition. Clear to Tango Lima Alpha.
Cabin signs, yep. Put your cigarettes out, strap yourselves in. Anti-ice is, what's the temperature up there? 0.6. I don't think we're picking up a bit of moisture, but
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Keep speed not above
I don't know whether you put
210 knots.
engine
Expect
anti-ice
ILS
on or
runway
not.
24
It's minus
approach.
5.
The
We're
Tango
going for a
Lima
bit of
Alpha
cloud.
transition.
It's going to cause us to lose a bit of power, I think, but we're not too much worried about that. That's all good. Fuel balance, fuel's okay. What we can do, just because we can. Yeah, balance is good on the fuel. Propeller levers, yeah, right, that's fair enough. Descent power, happy days. We got no landing lights to turn on because the landing lights on this fella are on the wheels and our wheels are up.
You are 4 miles southeast. Descend and maintain 12,000 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect ILS runway 24 approach. The Tango Lima Alpha transition. Clear to Tango Lima Alpha.
Good. 19 miles to Tala. 7,000 feet. Speed's getting a bit low now, so we can pick that up a little bit.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect ILS runway 24 approach. The Tango Lima Alpha transition. Clear to Tango Lima Alpha.
So we're just approaching this point, so we're here to, yeah, we're down here actually, to be fair, and then we'll pick up this point, this track. Just bring the speed up. So we're going to be doing an ILS onto runway 24 at Edinburgh. So we're coming in from the northeast. We should see the Fourth Row Bridge and the Queen Elizabeth Bridge. I've been over both of those. Very impressive. And then we will take over manually when we get to 3 miles. That's normally the thing to do with this fella. Providing the autopilot plays ball, otherwise we'll fly it in manually all the way. Should be relatively straightforward. It's going to be a bit of a crosswind, but it's not much. Well, the radar's still clear, so we can see this cloud that we're in right now. Just check, make sure everything's okay there. It's all good. We'll be there a sec, boys and girls. Alright, strap yourselves in, put your drinks away. We'll be there shortly. Cabin crew Howard will be around to take all your rubbish off you. Okay? Right, speed's okay, no, not above 210. Right, what have we got? Right, the other thing that we can do is we got 028, so we're going to leave Tala heading 028 to join this DME arc. So if we set this to not for us. Try and find the right twirly knob. If I set this 2028 10 28, what should happen is when we're on the track from Tala to join this point up here, I hope you can see that it's still coming through, then this needle should be relatively well centralized. Speed's good, not above 210, so that's happy days. We've got 7 miles to Tala. Level at 7. You see we don't want to go too low. Also you can see here at this point we want to be at 3,000. We're sort of like 6 to 4 there, so I don't want to get too low over that terrain, which looks quite nice. Looking better with a bit of snow on it in a couple of months' time. So 5 miles to our right turn, and then we should lose the terrain. Get rid of the mouse. Just double check the weather. 220, yeah, 9 knots, literally just to the left of the nose.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet, expect ILS runway 23 approach via Golf Lima Whiskey transition, clear to Golf Lima Whiskey, easy tree 16.
Okay, so we've got 2 miles before we turn to our designated point here.
Traffic is 10 o'clock per mile at 12,000 feet Airbus.
Just leaving the terrain here. Okay, there's our right turn.
Generic Victor Zulu Whiskey contact Edinburgh approach on 121.205. Good day.
We can follow our progress along here. So I want to lose a bit of height really, because 3, yeah, we're not too bad. Yeah, there's no option for descent, we'll just have to suck it up.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet, keep speed, not above 210 knots, expect ILS runway 24 approach via Tango Lima Alpha transition, clear to Tango Lima Alpha Boeing Mike Charlie Kilo.
So Boeing Mike Charlie Kilo is also inbound to Tala, which we've just crossed over. So we're turning now. If I get rid of that, what's this? This is 22 3D, so say about 20. So if I get rid of that, when we get we're already there actually, to be fair. No, we should see our position on the chart, even though that's not real life. In fact, 2, 3, yeah, we're only 5 miles from Tala at the moment. 1.1205, roger ma'am.
Tower on 118.705, KLM 12903.
121.205 for Beechcraft, November Echo.
Evening Edinburgh.
Road, good morning, Sweden 104. Flight number 18071 RGB has landed.
King Level Center 100 Foxtrot approach, taxi level 100, high speed approach, information Juliet Newton 8108.
Okay, the information should 100 and high speed approach 100 Foxtrot.
Right, Tango Lima Alpha. It thinks we're going to Tala, but we've already gone past it. So we might have to intervene. Because unlike rail ATC that you can do online. Oh, here we go. There we go.
November, November
Autopilot flight
Echo.
level change mode.
So we got a bit of a descent. Just watch our speed. So it's over there somewhere, just behind the clouds. Edinburgh's there, so we're going to go out, hang our right, left, all the way around and back in.
Airlink approved, descent, altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1008, and clear for ILS.
1-3 miles, so we're not quite there yet. I hope this stream's going out, or otherwise I'm just talking to myself. I hope the quality's alright. Well, the best it can be. Oh, there we go. You can see that if we have a look at our nav2, we're not actually, I'll just check that. So we're pretty good with regards to, I need to move that away from the engine instruments. We're pretty good to this track here, and we're at 1.6 DME Tala. So we should be coming on to this point here very, very shortly. We might not be exact, because that's not to scale that chart. So right, 6,000. We're doing all right in a minute. We could do it a bit of a descent, so we'll just bring our speed back a little bit. So we can start to think about our approach checklists. We've done our descent, so auto feather is armed. Cabin signs is set. The pressure cabin pressure set for 500. QNH is set for 2909.
November Echo descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Beechcraft November, November Echo.
Autopilot flight level change mode.
Okay, speed's 180. So this is going really quick now. So we're just going to cross the coast and then ease it round up past that little island out there that you can probably see. The Forth Road bridges, etc., just over there, and then literally off the other side of our engine is Edinburgh. So we'll just watch our speed. That's all set. We go auto ignition on. Auto feather is all set, that's all set, that's all set. We'll go recognition lights on. And everything is good. Life is good. Flaps can go down at 160. Gear about 150. Okay, we got a gear warning there, so what we'll do is we'll pull the circuit breaker. Happy days.
Beechcraft November, November Echo descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Beechcraft November, November Echo.
Autopilot flight level change mode.
Club 385 on Roger, climb flight level 180 final.
180 final, climb block 351.
Okay, like I said, this isn't the scale, so but we're on the right profile. Okay, we need to watch our speed now.
Beechcraft November, November Echo, you are 11 miles east of Edinburgh. Contact Edinburgh Tower on 118.705 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 118.705 Beechcraft November, November Echo.
Okay, 150 to 160, so we'll bring the power back. We'll go high idle just in case we have to do a go around. Speed's coming back. We'll go flaps 1, approach flaps. We are coming in on the approach.
NS75 Victor
Yeah,
Mike,
we're not.
traffic level 240.
No way to go yet. So once we start to turn on to our final approach track, we'll go from the GTN 750 flying us to the localizer. Fourth row bridges and the fourth row bridges, the fourth row bridge, and the Queen Elizabeth Bridge over there. If anyone knows that Queen Elizabeth Road Bridge, so it's got some massive strobes on it at night.
Whiskey Romeo 711, take your 3851.
Okay, so going to be a left turn shortly. So Edinburgh is literally, there's the runway just there. Good traffic, 12 o'clock. Thanks for giving us a visual on that. We'll slow ourselves down so we can. We're now turning on to our final approach track. We're going to go
Alex Bravo for higher contact radar 130.875 do Trzenia.
130.875,
watch our speed. We'll slow ourselves down a little bit, give a bit of room for him. He'll probably do a missed approach. A little bit high. 6 miles. Speed's good for the gear. Gear going down.
Gear selected down.
Landing lights on.
Gear down. 3 greens. Check landing lights on.
44875,
Just adjust the view. There we go. Slightly left of centre line. We are closing. We will be on the fully established. We'll now go 5 miles. We'll go to approach flaps.
Weather 613, direct Domty.
Direct Domty, if you could get we said 613.
Watch our speed. For some reason, I think I might have hit go around. Going manual.
Autopilot disengaged. You have control.
Come on, come on.
Weather 1031, direct Sabina.
Inadvertently, with my girt thumb, hit the missed approach or toga button, so we'll fly this manually.
Edinburgh approach flyer 78 is passing 11,000 feet climbing
Right, so we need to just call the tower.
Flyer 78 Edinburgh approach QNH 29.09er. Continue to act as planned.
Edinburgh Tower Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November November Echo, 4 miles northeast of bound ILS runway 24 approach.
Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November November Echo Edinburgh Tower. QNH 29.09er wind 241 at 6. Cleared ILS runway 24 approach. KLM 129er tree exit runway when able. Beechcraft November November Echo number 3 for landing.
Number 3
Follow the
at
Boeing
2 miles.
to the Mike, please to land runway 11, wind 140 degrees 9 knots.
Cleared to land runway.
Shut up, woman.
Clear to land runway 24 number 3.
Clear to land number
Beechcraft
3, yeah, how's that
November
work?
Echo.
So we probably can't see it very well, but we got we're on the glide slope
Okay, to the locate Kilo Lima,
on the centre line.
Code HP Lima, tower is in Dublin.
Come right a little bit. Descending lovely. Just watch our speed.
21.755.
A little bit slow, but it's not too bad.
Good 437, wind 120 degrees 9 and knots, runway 15, clear for takeoff and one contact to touch 128.9.
Well, go round. Go round.
Ready for takeoff, everyone approach 128.05, slot 47, button to clear windows.
ILS runway 24 approach.
Well, we can-
EGPH Edinburgh Tower. QNH 29.09er wind 241 at 6. Cleared ILS runway 24 approach.
Going around Beechcraft November
Landing
Echo.
gear selected up.
Okay, so we're going to
Beechcraft November Echo
Slot
contact.
456,
Gear up.
tower is
Lights
appropriate.
out.
205.
Landing and taxi lights confirm off.
121.205 Beechcraft November Echo.
You're going to give me headings.
Wizard 1031,
Edinburgh
contact
approach
radar
Beechcraft Golf, Bravo
130.875.
November Echo is missed approach at Edinburgh.
0875,
Beechcraft November Echo climb and maintain 6,000 feet.
Edinburgh approach Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November Echo is missed approach at Edinburgh.
Beechcraft November Echo climb and maintain 6,000 feet.
Right, so we've got that. We can get rid of the approach and we can do this on the autopilot.
Slot 3931, direct to Zenko.
Autopilot heading mode.
I said that.
Edinburgh approach Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November Echo is missed approach at Edinburgh.
It's caught in a loop.
Autopilot rate
Beechcraft
climb mode.
November Echo, you are 3 miles southwest. Climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect ILS runway 24 approach via Tango Lima Alpha transition. Clear to Tango Lima Alpha.
Slot 3981,
great.
direct Badu.
Direct Badu, plot
Climb and maintain
3981.
6,000 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect ILS runway 24 approach via Tango Lima Alpha transition. Clear to Tango Lima Alpha Beechcraft November Echo.
Slot 7 Alpha Kilo, contact radar 130.625. Do usłyszenia.
Right, then we're going to Tala. That's active. And we need to bring in the autopilot.
Autopilot engaged.
That should take us to Tala. We should be climbing to 6,000.
Slot 3931,
Autopilot rate
contact
climb
radar
mode.
134.875.
Autopilot rate climb mode.
134.875, slot 21 GTA.
Come on, when you're climbing.
Beechcraft November Echo, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
Autopilot rate climb mode. Autopilot rate climb mode.
Right, we'll do this manually a minute. Okay, from...
Autopilot disengaged. You have control.
Slot 3903, direct Kukam.
Tu Kukam, dziękujemy, 3903.
Autopilot NAV mode. Autopilot rate climb mode. Autopilot engaged. Autopilot engaged.
Line 60 Whiskey, contact radar 134.875.
Autopilot disengaged. You have control.
Excuse my language. This thing's a bag of spanners to fly when it don't go right. Right. So we're going to Tala, right? Activate leg Tala.
Lot 223, direct Nabur.
Approach Boeing Golf, Juliet,
Nabur
Mike Charlie
direct.
Kilo is missed approach at Edinburgh.
Autopilot engaged.
Boeing Mike Charlie Kilo,
Right,
you
that'll
are 1
take us
mile
to Tala.
northeast. Climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect ILS
Autopilot
runway
vertical
24
speed
approach
mode.
via Tango Lima Alpha transition. Clear to Tango Lima Alpha.
Right, there we go.
Lot 460, expect 55 miles.
So that's why I don't want to know because we didn't set
Climb and
it.
maintain flight level 260. Expect ILS runway 24 approach via Tango Lima Alpha transition. Clear to Tango Lima Alpha Boeing Mike Charlie Kilo.
I don't think Tala's over there. No, it ain't. Where are we on here? Right, Tala's down there. Where are we? Oh, right, we're going the wrong friggin' way.
Approach slot 7 Whiskey Lima, kłaniamy się after departure 2200.
Dzień dobry, Lot 7 Whiskey Lima, approach, radar contact, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, 7 Whiskey Lima.
Let's lay plans. Leveling off at 6. I've not done directives
Beechcraft, November,
on here.
November Echo climb and maintain 7,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 7,000 feet Beechcraft, November, November Echo.
Lot 223, contact radar 130.875, Australia.
10875, go.
Lot 7 Whiskey Lima, turn left to Pista.
To Pista left, slot 7 Whiskey Lima.
30 miles to Tala. Okay, and then we'll just
Beechcraft,
swap
November,
straight
November
back
Echo.
in.
Please expedite your climb 7,000 feet.
King Air 1 Hotel Foxtrot, descent 4,000.
4,000 feet.
Autopilot vertical speed mode. Autopilot vertical speed mode. Autopilot rate climb mode.
Dzień dobry, approach slot 305 2000.
Lot 305, dzień dobry, radar contact, climb flight level 190.
Climbing 190, lot 305.
Autopilot heading mode.
Lot 7 Whiskey Lima, direct Rolka.
Rolka direct, lot 7 Whiskey Lima.
Right, we can make sure that's all off. We just need to watch our pressure because I think we should be alright there actually. Yeah, we're up to 17, so we can leave that. We don't need to worry about that. Feels alright.
Lot 305, turn left to Pista.
Pista, lot 305.
Good old ATC. Right, where are we on here? That's all good. Just need to watch our RPMs a little bit. bring back the old RPM on the props.
Clear 1 Hotel Foxtrot after a Whiskey Alpha 533. Descent 3000, clear pilot approach only 33, report box.
RDN Whiskey Alpha 533, descent 3000, clear island 33, report established with 1 Hotel Fox.
Here we go.
Flight 460, descent altitude 7000 feet, 1008.
So I'm just bringing us in into Tala. There's a bit of wind out there. On basically the 330 radial. It's going to be quite a... We'll probably do a procedure turn back the other way.
Rod 9001, contact radar 130.875, do usłyszenia.
130.875, do usłyszenia, 9001.
Depends what the good old ATC gets us to do. Clearing us for the ILS number 3.
Cloud 4, contact radar 134.875, do usłyszenia.
3487, Fisher 407.
So we'll cook that a little bit.
Clear 1 Hotel Foxtrot, airlock is approved for shorter.
Okay, Finnair 1 Hotel Foxtrot, we are happy with this routing if possible to the profile.
Very close to Tala now, so we're only 16 miles, so we'll end up chasing the needle.
5 Victor Alpha, please.
And we're close enough.
5 Victor Alpha.
5 Victor Alpha, contact Tower 118.305, do usłyszenia.
Contact Tower 118.305, do usłyszenia, 5 Victor Alpha.
See, decent ATC would have given us vectors, which is what I was hoping for, but that never happened, but never mind. So I'm pretty sure the fella cleared us.
Block 305, after this, continue present heading.
What's this, after this, present heading, block 3805.
So I think what I'll do is, if we go now,
Penn 5 Victor Mike, contact radar 134.875, do usłyszenia.
Fine, it's the other leg we want.
Beechcraft November Echo contact Scottish Center on 119.875. Good day.
Going to 119.875 Beechcraft, November Echo.
There we go.
Scottish Center Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November Echo, 7,000 feet.
Beechcraft Golf Bravo November Echo Scottish Center QNH 29.11, continue to Tango Lima Alpha as planned.
Yeah, well, we're there, love. Nearest, damn it.
Generic Kilo X-ray Victor contact Manchester Center on 118.775. Good day. Beechcraft November Echo descend and maintain 6,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet Beechcraft, November Echo.
Autopilot flight level change mode.
Going to 118.775 generic Kilo X-ray Victor.
Right, what are you going to do now? What's going to happen there? We should hopefully get... Make sure that's switched.
805 when inbound on the approach.
Right, we're approaching Tala, Mom. 4 miles to go.
On 118.805 generic Alpha Juliet Juliet.
What are you going to get us to do? Nobody knows.
Generic Victor Zulu Whiskey, you're leaving my airspace. Resume on navigation. Contact Manchester Center on 118.775. Good day.
I'm getting a bit bumpy up around these hills. Right, we're here. We're going to fly the procedure. So we're going to go on a left-hand turn.
Going to 118.775 generic Victor Zulu Whiskey.
And we are going to activate our leg. And the aircraft now should turn to follow that leg. And if ATC don't like it,
Scottish Center Tomjet 2 is at 9,400 feet, climbing flight level 260. Tomjet 2 Scottish Center QNH 29.11, continue to Golf Lima Whiskey as planned. Beechcraft November Echo contact Edinburgh, approach on 121.205. Good day.
121.205 for Beechcraft, November Echo. Edinburgh approach Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November Echo, 6,000 feet.
134.875,
Approach QNH 29.11, continue to be 028X as planned.
well, a bit of a descent would be good, but excuse me.
Good day, joining for Sierra Alpha Descent level 140, Mike
Right, back where we started.
Hello Rainers, for Sierra Alpha Belt, descent flight level 100, expect RNAV approach on 86. Descent level 100, expecting the RNAV approach runway 26. Do you have latest weather?
That's a good point. Thanks for reminding me. Pretty much the same.
Banner for Sierra Alpha, copy, wind 220 degrees, 10 knots, visibility 10 kilometers, clouds filled 1,100 feet, temperature 11, viewpoint
Right,
9.
whatever happens, we're going in. We ain't doing a missed approach.
Okay, thank you. Can I consider 27? Ryanair for Sierra Alpha.
It's a bit bumpy over these hills. There's thermal effects. Updrafts from version 11. It's a lot better. The sim's definitely now giving X-Plane a run for its money.
Senior 1 Hotel Fox established 33.
Senior 1 Hotel Fox, contact tower 118.
Right, quick drink. Stand by.
11805 Hotel Fox. Bye-bye.
Right. Anyone's been to Edinburgh, that terrain feature, that sort of hill, is quite prominent. Doesn't look quite so prominent from up here. Right, speed's below 200. That's alright, that's alright. Go back to our approach checklist.
Approach dzień dobry, lotu Kilo Echo, passing 1700 on below C7 Go.
So feather is still
Dzień dobry,
on.
lot 2 Kilo Echo, approach radar contact, translate level 240.
Climbing level 240, lot 2 Kilo Echo.
Auto ignition's on. And then we left our lights on. Hey ho. They turn off anyway, but we'll turn those off. Because we should have done recognition lights can still flash.
Slot 7 Whiskey Lima,
Deja
translate level
vu, we're very
310.
high.
Climb flight level 210, lot 7 Whiskey Lima.
Slot 7 Whiskey Lima, contact radar 129, correction 130.875.
130875, Jake Miracle of 7 Whiskey Lima.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet Beechcraft November Echo.
Autopilot flight level change mode.
Obviously read my mind. Bit of a stupid descent there.
Lot 2 Kilo Echo, direct to Diblo.
Direct Diblo, lot 2 Kilo Echo.
Right, let's get slowed down. Where my pilot friends ain't looking at this. Excuse me. Right, where are we?
Approach, connection lot 5, Papa Mike, descending flight level 170, direct Whiskey Alpha 534, Juliet.
Dzień dobry, lot 5 Papa Mike, approach, distance flight level 120, Juliet correct.
Descend and maintain
Juliet correct,
3,000
descending
feet
flight level
Beechcraft
120, lot 5, Papa
Echo.
Mike.
Autopilot flight level change mode.
239. Okay, this is not really realistic to be fair, but I'll tell you what it does do. It really does add to the cockpit workload, which is what this sort of stuff would do anyway. So although what they're, some of what they're doing is not really correct as far as UK is concerned, it's really adding to the, like I say, the workload. Makes you sweat a little bit, which is what it's all about.
Beechcraft November Echo, you are
Slot 7 Whiskey Lima, translate level 310.
Climb flight level 210, lot 7 Whiskey Lima.
on the approach.
Tower on 118.705
Right, here we go again.
Beechcraft,
And there's something else on
November
final,
Echo.
so we're going to be at least number 2.
Slot 456, please do land runway
Okay,
11,
so
wind 150 degrees 9 and
108.5.
Left runway 11, lot 456.
We've not on the correct frequency. 1089, now we are. Speed's okay. We're coming back round. This is the one we need to worry about. Slow it down. Put a gear down. Gear coming down.
Gear selected down.
Lufthansa 5 from UKPH, wind 120
Gear
degrees,
down.
10 knots, runway
3
15,
breeze.
clear for takeoff,
Check
enable
landing
contact
lights on.
128.805, danke, auf Wiedersehen.
Slot 5
Landing lights on.
clear for takeoff runway 15 to 128.
Boeing Mike Charlie Tango, exit runway when able.
Approach mode. And we're a bit high at 3,000 feet, so
Lufthansa 5 from UKPH, tower this morning via Oscar Airlines,
7 miles.
Slot 5 only Juliet, dzień dobry, via Oscar, line up 15 and wait.
Boeing Mike Charlie Tango, turn next taxiway.
Edinburgh Tower Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November Echo 8 miles, northeast inbound ILS runway 25. 24 approach.
Lufthansa 5 from UKPS, wind 120 degrees, 10 knots, runway 15, clear for takeoff, when airborne contact 128.805, danke, auf Wiedersehen.
Lufthansa 5, all visibility clear for takeoff runway 15, 128.805, airborne clear.
Contact ground on 121.908.
Cleared ILS runway 24 approach Beechcraft, November November Echo.
Dark in a minute.
121.908 for Boeing Mike Charlie Tango.
Right, flaps down. Gear is down. 3 greens. 5.5 miles. Speed's good. Props. Engines. Anti-ice. Good.
Magic Sun 6026, winds 120 degrees, 9 knots, runway 11, clear to land.
Cancel on runway 11, Mike Sun.
Beechcraft November November Echo, wind 241 at 6. Cleared to land runway 24.
Cleared to land runway 24 Beechcraft, November November Echo.
Emirates 3732, tower this morning, line up runway 15.
Line up runway 15 away from there.
You need to come in a bit. I'm not convinced that this thing is not gonna bring us round. Yeah, here we go. It's coming round. Speed's alright. Gear's down. Flaps full. Pressure's good.
On the rear 3732, wind 120 degrees, 9 knots, runway 15, clear for takeoff, when airborne 128.805, thank you, bye bye.
Airborne takeoff runway 15, departure 128.805, rate 37368.
Watch me stuff it now. After all this. 3 hours it's taken us to get to this point. Two miles.
Delta 610, tower this morning, line up runway 15, report ready.
Okay, good morning to line up runway 156 for Edinburgh 610.
And going manual.
Autopilot disengaged. You have control.
Delta 610, wind 120 degrees, 10 knots, runway 15, clear for takeoff, when airborne 128.805, thank you, bye bye.
Thank you, clear for takeoff runway 15, airborne contact frequency 288.05, bye.
Enter 55 Golf Charlie, tower Vitam, line up runway 15, runway.
Dzień dobry, line up runway 15, runway 55 for start.
There's no need for reverses on here, we can just slow down naturally. I wonder if that's the fella that caused us all the issues just a minute ago.
Beechcraft November November Echo, exit runway when able.
Roger. Wilco.
Enter 55 Golf Charlie, wind 120 degrees, 11 knots, runway 15, clear for takeoff, when airborne contact 128.805, Golf Charlie.
128.805, clear for takeoff runway 15, 55 Golf Charlie.
Right, I think we got Bravo coming up. We'll have a look at that in a minute.
Beechcraft November November Echo, exit runway when able.
Yes. Keep on, where's my missus?
Tower, Center, 11 Hotel Mike, established track 11.
Consider 11 Hotel Mike, okay, you can.
121755, Roger. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for all your help. You've been really helpful. Really helpful. Not. Right, what I'm going to do a minute, I'm just going to stop here. Which is not good sport. Because I'm hoping that she's going to give me a stand. And we can follow this in. Right, leave that on a minute. Taxi lights off, taxi lights on, strobes off.
121 decimal.
Remain your frequency, Alpha Golf, 105, 11 Hotel Mike.
Edinburgh Airport information, Quebec 14000.
No, I want that one.
Ground, good morning, Cathay 2008, Bay 079, receive Romeo.
Edinburgh ground, Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November Echo, request taxi to the gate.
Cathay 200, coming.
Beechcraft Golf, Bravo November Echo taxi to gate Romeo 310 using taxiway Bravo Alpha Mike Hotel.
Oh, Bravo Mike Hotel. Yeah, know it well, mate. Know it well.
Taxiing to gate Romeo 310 using taxiway Bravo Alpha
310, stand 310.
November Echo.
310, know it well, mate. Right. Where do we want this? Just stop for a minute. Bravo Alpha Mike Hotel. Bravo Alpha Mike is our next turning point. Where's Mike? Up here. Okay, Mike, and did he say hotel? Mike Hotel. So we're down here somewhere. So if we just go back to...
Well,
obviously if you had a co-pilot to do this for you, it would be stands. What do we want? Romeo 310. So yeah, we're right down there as we thought. Okay, so we want Bravo on Alpha, so we want Mike. That's right past the end of the terminal out there. And hopefully there should be a little man there to wave us in. Just adjusting the view slightly. There we go. This is stunning at night airport, I'll tell you. It's stunning during the day. Right, so we're just coming up to this one here. So that's Echo off to our right. Yeah, Echo off to the right. See Echo there. It was him, it was his fault.
Pushback spacing, Sierra 2 and start up.
Copy after the traffic parking.
Okay, so we pass Echo, next one is Foxtrot.
Start up spacing, Sierra 2, Cafe 2008.
They're sending us to the naughty boy stands. Right, what do we got there? Does that say Foxtrot? Yeah, there's Foxtrot. So we've got Foxtrot on our right, so we're just there. So then we've got Lima at 10 o'clock. There's Lima. And Mike is there after Alpha 16. That's Lima. There's Alpha 16. And then we're coming on to Mike. So it's on to Mike. And then we'll down to the bottom. Was Mike, wasn't it? Yeah, Mike Hotel. So it's all the way down to the bottom of Mike. All the way down here. And then on to Hotel to whatever that stand number was it 310? continuing down, all the way down to the bottom, so we don't want to turn right here, we want to continue on down here. We'll wear that our bits and bobs in a minute. Right, so we should have Golf straight on where we got Mike 4.
Left and Alpha, Alpha, 82, King 207.
So we got left onto Sierra and Golf, which is here, coming up. Yeah, there's Sierra off to the left, so that's where we are now. So we need to go straight across.
Ground with the middle fiber is 5344 heavy 074. Ready pushing start.
Fiber 5344, stand by.
Mike 4, hang a right, and there should be a little man down here somewhere. What's our stand? 310. 310, so it's down here, it's right down the end. The naughty boy stand is down here, and we're going to the naughty boy stand. (313). Oh, is that? There you go. There's our fellas. There's Hamish and the chaps. 312.
Cathay 2008, huh?
Cathay 208, go ahead.
Cathay 2008, after your pushback.
On to 310. 311. 311. What do we want? 310 Romeo. 311. 310 Romeo. There we go.
2 a beam, Sierra 72. So Sierra 74 can push as well.
Copy. 2 a beam, Sierra 72. Cathay 200.
And there's Hamish. Okay, parking brakes are in. Get rid of this.
Star 671 Tango, got the coordinate, decimal 105.
That one shut that down.
105, Qatari 671 Tango.
Okay, so knock those off, knock those off. Yeah, we don't want none of that. We can knock off all our hot switches. Taxi lights off. That's all good. We can knock off our recognition lights.
Edinburgh ground, calling Golf, November Papa Tango Hotel, ready to copy IFR clearance to East Midlands. Calling Golf, November Papa Tango Hotel is clear to East Midlands Airport as filed.
Ground, hello, William, 1377, William 1377, taxi Bravo 15.
Spot 1075.
Taxi to San Bravo 15, William 1377.
Below 10%, I believe. We can go into feather.
Boeing Golf, November Papa Tango Hotel, clear to East Midlands Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 24 climb and maintain 13,000 feet.
Always does that when you go off the power. Okay, we can knock off the inverters. Happy days. That's all good. That's all good. That's all off. We can knock off our beacon light. Engines have stopped. Okay, anti-ice is off. That's all good. That's all good. That's all good. We can turn all that off. I don't need any heating now. That's all good. That's all perfect. And we can turn off our nav lights, and we can turn off of that. And that, boys and girls, is not how you do that, but at least we got here in one piece. So I hope the stream's still going. If you are watching this, it meant that either you've been with me for the last 3 hours, or the stream has worked and I've just left it up anyway. But this was a test really to see what it was like just recording my left eye in VR from the VR mirror. And we went from Bristol to Edinburgh in the beautiful King Air mod by Black Square. Thank you very much. See you next time. Hope you had a good flight.